Alright, we're on the second floor of my home now. And here is my full-blown TMNT collection. All the stuff I've been collecting over the years ever since I started being a fan in 1988.
Only effort, discipline, loyalty earn the right to wear the dragon doji.
Hey everybody, today I have a very special guest on the channel. This gentleman has been collecting Ninja Turtle stuff since back in the 80s. He's a longtime Turtles fan. He also runs the website TMNTautographs.com, which is celebrating its 15th anniversary this year. There's so much stuff on there that he shows off, from the old days of the original comics to the 87 cartoon to the original trilogy and pretty much everything that came after that. It's very impressive. He has interviews there with a bunch of people involved in different versions of the Turtles that are very insightful. And today, to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the website, he is stopping by here on the channel to show off some of his collection. I asked him if he could give us sort of like a tour and show some cool items that you guys might want to see, and he did just that. Super cool guy, super cool stuff that he shows off. Coming all the way from the Netherlands, please welcome owner of TMNTautographs.com and longtime Ninja Turtle superfan, Rutger Gret.
Hi everyone, it's me, Rutger, and I indeed run the website TMNTautographs.com. Been starting way back in 2006 when I got my first autograph from Cam Clark, who voices Leonardo in the classic cartoon. I'm gonna tell you a bit about how I got into TMNT, how I got into the autograph collecting, some other cool stories. And I'll give you a little tour around the house today. Like you see, my 1990 pals are already with me. So yeah, let's start off with a little tour of my TMNT infested house. I'll tell you some cool stories, how I got into it. So yeah, let's do that first. Alright, well here's my shrine in my living room. Got the four NECA guys. I think you all know them. I mean, the 1990 movie is still my favorite version of the TMNT from every incarnation. Yeah, this is my little shrine in the living room with the classic poster and to Sai. Raphael is and will always be my favorite Ninja Turtle ever since I started being a fan. And you probably all recognize the Casey Jones replica mask from NECA. Alrighty, if we move to my DVD cabinet, I've got the classic cartoons here. Got the 2003 cartoon DVDs, all the way up to Back to the Sewers in the last season. And here I have my movies and the Turtle Power documentary. And right next to my television, Oroko Saki is guarding VCR furniture. And he's pointing directly at the guys in green. And right here, it's also a bit of a TMNT collection, my cabinet. I'll start at the bottom and open them up. Here are the classic comic Turtles from NECA. Here are some more NECA figures. The Foot Shoulder, Raph in Disguise, the Baby Turtles. And here's my very special shelf with some original movie props that I received over the years from very generous actors who I contacted during my autograph hunting days. Yeah. A little introduction. These are the ooze canisters from Secret of the Ooze. These are production versions, so they're not screen used, but they are used for the movie. I do have an original screen used foot soldier headband worn by Michael Norris, who played a foot soldier in both the first Jim Henson movies. And his arm guard. As you can see, here's the NECA one, and here's a real one. And this may seem silly to you, but this is a little piece of wood from the actual farmhouse where the Turtles escaped to in the 1990 movie. after April's apartment and antique store burns down. Prominent TMNT item in my living room is right here. The arcade 1-up video game. I have it running here. So yeah, it's really nice. I had to build it. You know, it's like an IKEA set. You have to build it yourself. But yeah, really cool item. So yeah, next I'll take you upstairs and show you the rest of my man cave. Alright, we're on the 2nd floor of my home now. And here is my full-blown TMNT collection. All the stuff I've been collecting over the years, ever since I started being a fan in 1988. And, yeah, I'll show some specific items here. Here are, of course, the classic action figures from the 80s. Got most of the first wave, still missing Rocksteady. Secondary characters, KC Krang, Raphael, Mutant Man. And some other items here. After I played with all my characters, I of course later on started collecting them on card. Just for nostalgic reasons, of course. And here we have the 2003 cartoon figures. Shredder, April, the Turtles. Han, Leatherhead. You probably all know these guys. And right here, figures from the 2007 movie. I got more of them, they're all behind here. And here, I really love these guys. The turtles from the Batman vs Ninja Turtles movie. Really cool that I got this entire set a while back. Got the Bay Turtles right here. The Nickelodeon figures. Figurines. Classic video games. I didn't own a Sega back then, so it's all Nintendo and PC. Some of the later titles, the classic LCD games. Yeah, I've got my soundtrack collection. Of course, I even got the new AQUIRED records. You know, the score of the first 2 movies. Classic VHS collection. Of course, with the text Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, because here in the Netherlands Ninja Turtles wasn't allowed. Most of Mikey's nunchuck scenes were also deleted, or they used his grapple hook a lot, all for the European versions. Some more little classic stuff here. And yeah, most recently, I mean, I'm still collecting TMT. I'm just more specific nowadays on what I want to collect. I'm not hogging everything anymore. But here are the Lego sets, which are quite rare nowadays because Lego has lost the license. But yeah, nowadays I collect the new cartoon AQUIRED figures from NECA. Really like those. Love them a lot. Still waiting for the 2 packs of Baxter and Splinter and Vernon and the Red King. But yeah, these are just really awesome. And on the other side, of course, the figures I'm most happy about. I mean, I literally been craving 26 years for movie AQUIRED figures, and I mean, who doesn't? But here I got them all. The 7-inch scale ones, of course. Spirit of Splinter and regular Splinter. And of course, the Super Shredder. And most recently, I received Toka and Razor in my mailbox. Really happy that I finally got these. It really took a while before they arrived here in Europe. From NECA mecha themselves. And yeah, I'm of course really looking forward to getting the Danny Pennington figure now. And yeah, the Splinter and Baxter are in pre-order. So those are all items I'm still eyeing and really looking forward to have. You probably know these ones well, the bunny suits versions of Bebop and Rocksteady. These were exclusive items from the Loot Crate series. I've already took a payment on the Series 2 collection, so yeah, so I'll be receiving Danny in August or probably September. But yeah, this is my TMNT stuff collected all the way back from when I was a little kid, 8 years old, 1988. Well, you all probably know the website TMNTautographs.com. I put a lot of work into it. I first started collecting autographs in 2006, and the first one I tried to get was an autograph from Cam Clark. You all know him as the voice actor for Leonardo in the '87 cartoon. And back then I saw he had a website, so I contacted him asking for an autograph, and he sent a picture of himself with to Rutger, best wishes, Cam Clark. So yeah, I was really happy that it worked, that I was able to get to ask an autograph from someone through these channels. I asked him if I could send a picture of myself, so of course I sent a Leonardo picture. And when I got that back on January of 2006, that was when my TMNT autograph collection really started to kick off. I tried to contact Rob Paulson, Townsend Coleman, Pat Fraley, Renee Jacobs, who played April O'Neil, and yeah, I each wrote them a nice handwritten letter. I popped in $5 for the stamps, for the return stamps, and of course I popped in a nice picture. I started taking screenshots from the DVDs, making them all crispy again in Photoshop, and I sent them off. And yeah, it started working really well. I would send about 10 to 20 pictures out every month, trying to find addresses from agents or from websites, and trying to find everyone that worked on TMNT. So I contacted stuntmen, I contacted voice actors, I contacted comic artists, the puppeteers, the writers, the actors from every movie, from the 2003 cartoon, from the classic cartoon, from the TV series Next Mutation. So yeah, I put a lot of time and effort in it, and it paid off really well because Mirage eventually contacted me, and I did a little interview back then when TMNT celebrated their 25th anniversary. I did a little interview back then on the official Turtle site, and yeah, they acknowledged it as the biggest TMNT autograph collection in the world, at least known and organized like this. And the cool thing is, I got in contact with a lot of actors, and I was really good in writing letters, being humble and being polite to them. So all these voice actors and movie actors really started to know me. Some actors even were a little reluctant, you know, when I wrote them. They were like, "Oh, who's this guy?" And fans been asking me a lot of things or stalking me, so who's this guy? But then other actors would say, "Hey, but that's Rutger from the Netherlands. I know him. He's a cool guy, so it's okay." So that's basically how I rolled into it, and got a lot of autographs from actors who at first didn't really want to sign anything. But yeah, it worked out really well. I even befriended a couple of actors because I contacted so many actors, and because other actors told their colleagues that I was cool and I was okay, and I was really polite and nice to them and wrote humble letters. Some actors even started to send me gifts. As time progressed, I got in contact with Martin Robinson, the puppeteer for Leonardo, and the story is on my website. But I also asked him for an autograph, and he kept them for a while because he wanted to send me something back, something cool. So I thought, wow, that's nice, awesome. I'll wait and see. And you know, a month later, a large box arrived at my doorstep. And at first I didn't know what it was, of course, but I saw his name. I thought, oh my god, you know, what is this? So I opened it up, and it was filled to the brim with turtle items, you know, crew t-shirts, of course the signed pictures, storyboards, you know. Yeah, I got them here. You know, I received actual storyboards that he had lying around, and he thought, well, if I can make a real fan happy with those, then why not, you know? So yeah, that was really awesome. And he even gave me, and that's actually also one of my very prized possessions. This is the, let's see if I got it right, yeah. This is the original script, so not a copy that the actors receive, you know. This is the original script for Turtles 2 Secret of Use. Show you the draft here. So, you know, I went crazy, you know. I mean, the actual script, oh my god, you know, it is really awesome. So I thought, wow, why do I deserve this, you know? But they all have that stuff lying around, and they make so many movies, they gotta get rid of some stuff probably. So yeah, he thought it would be better in the hands of a real fan, so really happy I got this. A few years ago, Michel Insisti did the same. He also cleaned up his attic, and he sent me the script of the very first movie, my favorite movie, of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1990. And, he even signed it for me. I'll show you. So yes, it's you know, really cool. It's let's see which draft it is. It's the July 25 draft from 1989, when they filmed, of course. Yeah, and yeah, I showed you some of the movie props, of course, but one of the props that Martin Robinson sent me is this sombrero. And he even wrote on the letter that came with the box, "Shame on you if you don't recognize this prop." So I unpacked this sombrero. Here you have it. And let me tell you, I didn't recognize this prop. So according to Martin Robinson, I should be ashamed. But yeah, I started rewatching the movie. I figured it would be from April's Antique Store, so I started watching it again. And eventually I saw it. It was hanging in the back of the antique shop, very high on the wall. You can see it about twice during the fight scene, when all the foot soldiers barge in. When Mikey says, "I thought insurance salesmen were pushy." So you can see it hanging there. But yeah, Martin really vividly remembered the scene where Mikey was wearing it and was toying around with it on his hand. So I thought, is that a deleted scene or anything? And yeah, years later, the Turtle Power documentary came out, the definitive history of the Ninja Turtles. And I saw that scene. You know, I cut it out and I placed it on my website below my Martin Robinson story about how I got the box with the items. But yeah, I finally, thanks to the Turtle Power documentary, I finally saw the scene where Mikey is wearing it and toying around with it on his head. So that made me extra happy. And I emailed him from, I found the scene you talked about. It's not a deleted scene, it's just some behind the scene material, you know. So yeah, that's my biggest prop from the 1990 movie, and really cool how I obtained it, and quite happy with it. Yeah, I'll go downstairs now. I'll show some of the autographs I have from my website. Alrighty, I wanna take you through some of the autographs I obtained over the years. I keep them all in nice folders, protective sleeves. And with each autograph, when I sent the picture, when I received it, where it's from. So yeah, it wasn't a TMNT photo yet, of course, but this was the very first picture I got from Cam Clark after asking him for an autograph. Yeah, from there I started hunting, you know, getting in contact with all the actors. And I started back in 2005 or 6, yeah, 2006. So the main focus next to the 87 cartoon was the 2003 cartoon. And yeah, I started contacting these actors all and asking them politely yeah, if I could have an autograph. I told them what I did, why I collected. I was a big fan since the classic cartoon, and I was starting an autograph collection. It would be an honor if they would sign my picture. So yeah, that's a bit how I started. It was my first year, getting a lot of the 2003 cartoons. And occasionally I contacted one of the classics. Here's Rene Jacobs. And this was actually the first movie autograph I obtained from Josh Pace. Right off the bat, my favorite turtle there. So yeah, each time it worked, you know. I got an envelope in the mail, and I opened it up quickly, really excited which one I would get back. Because in the heydays, when I was fully focusing on this, I would send about 10 to 20 autographs out each month. And yeah, of course, all my autographs can be seen on my website, tmntautographs.com. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight some of them in real time, you know, the actual items. Yeah, and people might wonder how I got these pictures. Well, sometimes I could find really nice lobby cards, of course, behind the scene photos. But what I mostly did was I took screenshots from the DVDs, and I would polish them up in Photoshop to make them more crisp, because DVD screenshots are a bit pixelated, of course. Yeah, Michelin 60. When I got him back, I was so thrilled, and look at the amazing long letter he sent me back. There were some leaked screenshots back then, way before the movie came out, so I could obtain a lot of autographs from actors from that movie even before it came in theaters. Here we have the late Raymond Serra, who played Chief Stearns. I want to see if I get some special highlights. But here's the special highlights. I mean, you all know James Avery. He was Uncle Phil on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was very hard to find him, very hard. I eventually got in contact with his secretary. And she was alright with it. She checked me out a bit, but she was alright, so I could send a picture. And yeah, I got it, and literally months later he passed away. So yeah, actually really happy that I got him in time. Very early on, I even got in contact with the lovely Judith Hoke. Really, just one of the sweetest women on earth. Really, I got in contact with her quite early, 2009. So I was already collecting for about 3 years then. But yeah, she's an amazing woman. I stayed in touch with her over Facebook and over email. Even did an interview with her, which can also be seen on my website, of course. Well, I could go on for hours, of course. I mean, I've got 20 of these folders with autographs, but you can all check them out on my website. My most prized autograph thus far is this one, Elias Koteas from the 1990 movie as Casey Jones. It was really hard to find him, and I tried about 8 different addresses, and finally this one returned. You know, it says to Rutger all the best, Elias Koteas. And I sent him a picture from the first movie and a picture from the third movie. So yeah, from out of all my 600 TMNT autographs I got now, this is my absolute most favorite. So I really hope to be able to get more from more actors from the Michael Bay movie. But yeah, I've been really busy nowadays, you know. I've been acting as a comic book character. It's not very familiar in America, but Lucky Luke is a European comic book character. And since a few years I'm the official mascot for the publisher, a lookalike mascot. If you Google my name, Rutger, you can look it up. And I've been a comic book illustrator now for about 2 years. So yeah, the TMNT collecting isn't really going that fast anymore, but yeah, still a fan and will always be. Thank you for checking out my collection and my stories. You can check out my website for more stories and for my complete TMNT autograph collection. You can also follow me on Facebook. I mean, if you want to befriend me, you can always chat with me. It's Rutger Gret. And well, Chris, thank you so much again for having me on your channel. It's an amazing channel. You really go deep on the Ninja Turtle lore. I really love it. And keep up the good work, man. Thank you so much for having me. Go check out my collection. It's 15 years old since January of this year. And I will still try to obtain more autographs, of course. Anything Ninja Turtle related. I'm a big fan. Will never stop loving TMNT. So yeah, Cowabunga and signing off here. Thanks so much.
Alright everybody, I really hope you enjoyed that. Make sure to go check out Rutger's website, www.tmntautographs.com. I'll put it down below in the video description and also pin it as the top comment on this video. But that about does it for this one. Thank you everybody for watching. If you're new to the channel, remember to hit subscribe. All we talk about on here is new, old, and upcoming turtle stuff. Remember to hit thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in a little bit with another one. Take care.
Oh, here's of course the oldest item I'm still owning. This is the very first TMNT figure that I got from my parents. You all know how it goes. One thing led to another, and I received Bebop for Christmas, and then a Foot Soldier, and then Shredder, and then Splinter. And by the end, well, you can see it behind me.